Hey, what's up, family? I'm Brandon.
And I'm Remy.
And you're tuned into
A Life Worth Loving.
So, guys, today we are sharing how we met. We've been getting a lot of questions on how we met. And what a good day to share it.
Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you out there.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Babe, this is actually very interesting because when we shot this a while ago, right?
Yeah, we filmed this in June of 2022. It's now February 2023. And we were planning on launching that video with the launch of our YouTube, but God had other plans and it got pushed to the wayside. So we thought that it would be really cool to pull that old footage and give you our story. So let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Here it is.
Here's our story.
How do we meet?
How do we meet? Okay, before we get into this, we have two contradicting versions of how we met. So we'll let you choose. Mine is correct, but we'll let you decide. You want to take it, babe? No, I should take it.
I mean,
because it starts with why I was in Philadelphia. You were naturally there.
I was naturally there.
All right.
Yeah, so you go ahead.
So, in February of 2020, right before the pandemic, I lost my grandfather, and his funeral was in Philadelphia because that's where he lived. So, I traveled to Philadelphia for the funeral, and I love my poppy so much. Like, I was really sad, and one of my close friends, Simone, she came over to my hotel room, and she's like, girl, enough is enough. Like, come on, get out the bed. Let's go. I'm going to take you out somewhere. So, begrudgingly, I went with her, because if you know Simone, you can't convince her otherwise. So, I'm like, okay, fine. So, we go to this very shady, shifty spot in... Where were we? Downtown or north?
It was somewhere downtown.
It was like South Street. It wasn't even downtown.
It was like South. It was South Philly, like downtown, but closer to the south side of Philly.
Okay, what he said.
Yeah.
You'll take his word on that because I don't actually know where I was, but all I know is that she took me to the right place to distract what I was going through. So we walk in, and I automatically feel like sad girl at the bar because I'm not in the mood. So we're standing at the bar, and then we have to go to the bathroom. So we walk over, and Brandon is there. I don't know him at this moment.
You didn't see me yet.
I didn't see you. Simone saw him, or you saw us.
I saw y'all.
You
want me to take over?
Okay, fine.
All right, cool. So, I'm standing up, not by the exit, but closer to the DJ area, waiting for my boy to show up because my boy was hosting the party, and I saw Remy and I saw Simone first, and I'm like, what's Simone doing here? And then I saw her fiance at the time, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, they together. And then I saw Remy standing next to Simone, and then I'm just all confused now. So I played it cool. I'm just chilling, and Remy and Simone ended up going to the bathroom, but to go to the bathroom, they gotta pass me. So I saw Simone. I'm like, "What's up, Simone? How you doing?" So we say hello, and then I say hi to Remy, and because we familiar from college. Well, we're not familiar, but I recognized her as a familiar face from when we were back at school.
Just so you know, we went to school for the same amount of time and didn't really know each other. Like, right. I had my clique. He was like solo dolo, did his own thing, but like I wasn't solo dolo. I had my people.
I wasn't solo dolo.
You were solo dolo-ish.
I ain't have a clique, but I still knew. Yeah, so I guess I was. You
infiltrated multiple students.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have roommates. I kicked it with my roommates.
Yeah, and I had a clique.
She had a clique.
And
that
I didn't
was
go
it.
Outside of
yeah,
that.
No new friends. No new
so
friends.
I didn't really know Brandon. He had a familiar face, but that's about it. Yeah,
so we said hello. They went to the bathroom or whatever they did. They came back, and when they got back to their section where they was hanging out, I was looking at Remy, but she was also looking at me. She gonna tell you that she wasn't. I know what I saw, right?
I was not looking at him. Also, just a little background. So I don't know if like sad girl at the bar is the thing, but so many guys tried to talk to me that night, and I was very overwhelmed. So I may have just been looking for reprieve, when he says I looked at him, I may have just like turned around to get away from
reprieve.
all of the
I don't know what that. Y'all know what that means? I don't know what that means, but we're gonna go with that. Okay, Remy.
I was looking for reprieve. So when I turned around, I'm guessing I saw a familiar face and exit like just a moment.
All right. So while she was reprieving, I was looking at her, and she was reprieving at me.
Babe.
Don't babe me. Don't
use of the word.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Let's get back to the, to the facts over here. So, as she was reprieving,
babe,
as I was looking at her, I felt that she was looking back at me. So I'm like, okay, so
for an out. If I was looking at all, I was looking for like, save me.
All right, so she's trying to play me, but it's all good. But look at her. Who won at the end of the day? She right here. So it worked. So fellas, don't give up. Well, give up, but don't be too persistent. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't work for any of the other guys.
It didn't work for the other guys.
Ordained, right? And this was a divine appointment, even though it was at a bar.
So back to the facts, right?
Back to the
Hold
facts.
on, babe. Back to the facts. So I walked up to Remy and Simone, and I was just talking. I said, what's up to whoever she was with, Sean, my guy. I said, what's up? And then I ended up having a conversation with Remy, and I was like, what you doing out here? You a Cali girl. What you doing in Philly? So she told me what happened. It was very unfortunate for, what happened with her grandfather. But, we ended up just talking about California, how much I love it out there, and real estate, and how the houses are through the roof. And they more through the roof now. But, we spoke about open houses, and we just had great small talk.
We bonded over our love for overpriced houses that we can't afford.
Right, exactly.
That was our moment.
So,
And I thought he was such a sweet, normal guy. And then he asked me for my phone number, and I was like, is that what this was for? You just wanted my number? Do you really like houses that you can't afford?
So, she said no. Absolutely no.
And here's why I said no. We're going to get into this more, but I was in my season of singleness at this time. And although I was attracted to him, I thought he was really cute, and I thought he was kind. He had a very gentle spirit, and I was attracted to his soul, even though we only had a few moments of conversation, but I still wasn't ready to exit that moment of singleness. So I wasn't in the space of even giving my phone number out. I wasn't in the space of entertaining anyone. I wasn't in the space of talking or leading someone to assume that I was interested. So I let him know, I'm sorry, I can't give you my phone number. And he was like, that's okay.
Yeah, that was fine with me because, crazy enough, we followed each other on Instagram, and we really had no interaction on social media. We just followed one another. Yeah. And no liking, no DMs.
Literally.
Nothing. It was just
the algorithm kept us apart.
Ghost followers. I don't even know what it. Yeah, it was just an extra body on our, not body, but you know what I mean. Follower.
Ghost.
Ghosts. Yeah. Ghost. Yeah, no bodies. Okay, so I said, yeah, it's cool. I'll reach out to you on Instagram. We could just keep in contact through there. And what happened? The party ended. Well, we probably left before the party ended. She went her way, I went my way, and I reached out to her the following day to see if she made it home safely.
Oh yeah, this is where he set me up, because he DM'd me to say, hey, I hope you made it home okay. And I was like, yeah, we made it home. This was actually the next morning when he DM'd me. He waited until that next morning. I'm like, yeah, we made it home. And then he said, okay, cool. I'm just headed to New York to go to church with my grandma. And I'm like, so he either knows that I love Jesus or knows that I love grandparents. I don't know if I could trust him.
I just love Jesus and I love my grandparents.
Sounds like he researched me. He Googled me, and Google said she loves Jesus and she loves grandparents. And then he's like, got it. I'm going to get her. I'm going to get to her heart with the grandparents.
Cheat code.
So I was like, oh, that's sweet that he knew.
Yeah.
And I know it's so simple, right? But to put it into perspective, Philadelphia is a 2-hour drive, or what, like hour train ride?
Hour 45.
Hour 45 drive. So
Quick.
the fact that he was out that night, partying it up, and then still made time to go to New York the next day to hang out with his grandma, I thought that was sweet.
Shout out to Nana.
She's so cute, y'all. We're gonna like post a photo of her somewhere so y'all can see her. She's cute.
So you know, we didn't really talk after that. You know, she went back to LA. I came back. I kicked it with Nana. You know, we did the Jesus. We went to church. We had an amazing service.
The pandemic.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm going to.
That's where you're going?
Yeah, so Remy went back to LA, and I went back to Philly, and we went about our lives. But unfortunately, lockdown happened. You know, so the pandemic, the coronavirus.
We met just in time. Also,
right
Poppy
before,
died just in time because we were able to give him a funeral, and I just appreciate that timing so much, which is why like God's hand is on everything, even death, because we got to bury him, and I know that wasn't something that a lot of people got to experience over the next year.
Missed a lot of that.
So once lockdown happened, I'm back in California. Brandon's in Philadelphia, and we're having like occasional small talk. Like it's not every day, and it's through DM.
Very small.
Very small talk, just like houses.
Commenting
kind of
on like story or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so my birthday hit.
Yeah.
I went. Lockdown happened, and I actually went back to my mom's house. My brother went back to my mom's house. We all just like, everybody was like, "Oh, the world ended." So we went to the house, and I'm at my mom's house, and I'm working from home. Remy, are you working from home yet?
Mm-hmm.
Remy's working from home, and my birthday was like right in the middle of lockdown. I turned 30.
30 in lockdown.
Yeah, I had the big 30. Everybody thought they was going up for their birthday. We went up.
Nowhere. You're going
went
up the stairs in your mama's house.
Yeah, I went to my mama's crib, and I thought I was going to Jamaica.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's all good. So my birthday came and went, and I was reposting everybody's birthday posts, and then Remy saw a day later or something like that. She was like, "Oh," she commented back with the small talk, right? Because she's not really that interested. She was like, "Oh, it was your birthday," and she sung me happy birthday through text. Like she wrote, she did this happy birthday. She did it through
I don't know.
text.
I think I need to see proof of that.
I got a lot of scrolling to do, but I'll find it. I think it was like a Wednesday or something.
The day blended in at that point.
So she said happy birthday, and I think we started talking through DM, and I said something like, "You must like talking through Instagram," and then she tried to play the whole game like, "Well, maybe you should ask for my number." So I'm like, "I asked you for your number last month when I saw you."
Last month? You need to do it again.
All right, so I asked again, and then she said,
"I'll think about it."
And then she said,
"Okay, fine."
Right. Then she said that she said that number, and I called her.
Which was a surprise because
Did I FaceTime you? Did I call you?
I think you called me.
I called you. Yeah, I called you.
Or you made a FaceTime and I ignored it and then you called?
No. I called you. I called her.
So, guys don't call. I don't know if it's just laziness or if they just don't have anything to talk about. But that was a shock to me. And I know this is like first world problems because like people should be calling. He called and I was expecting I was expecting to hear from him, but not through a call. So I was like, "Hello." And it was just interesting that he was putting himself out there to be like, "Here's my intentionality. I'm calling. I'm not going to text you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to chat." And it was a 3-hour conversation, y'all. Like, what started out as this like random little sporadic DMs over a few weeks, you would think that we have nothing to talk about because we don't really know each other. It's like a first conversation, like, how are you? No, 3 hours long.
I'm very captivating.
No, he's chatty. Is
and
what
chatty.
he is.
I'm chatty.
Were you captivating?
We can leave it at chatty.
I think we were vibing.
Yeah, we were vibing.
Yeah.
We was vibing.
We had a lot to talk about for some unknown
and
reason.
we actually had like a lot in common.
Yeah.
Like just the things that we've gone through. Speaking about our dads, we
got into so much
we got into
on our
deep talk.
First call. Like did we get into childhood traumas that call, or was that the next one? Like we talked about everything, and I remember getting off the phone with him and feeling like, wow, there's something special about this man. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I was interested after that first conversation. But of course, I couldn't tell him. But I made the mistake and I told my mom. And
you told your mom?
Yeah, I told my mom. And I told
first
Teen.
time?
Yeah. And then my mom is like, let me see him. So now it's this whole thing. My mom gets real dramatic. So she's like, let me see him. So I sent her his Instagram and she thought he was real cute. And then I'm like, Mom, calm down. We just had one conversation. And I'm also in my stage of singleness, not dating. So we ended up having those conversations very frequently. So that was the first one. And then I think we talked again that next day for the same amount of time, if not longer. And it went like that every single day to where I would look forward to hearing from him. Like, I got very excited to know that we were about to have a conversation. And it was just very refreshing also for him not to pressure me into dating or anything. I was very upfront that I wasn't looking to date anyone, that I wasn't even looking to have a friend. But it was just one of those things where I couldn't fight necessarily. Okay, so that was how we met.
But we ain't finished. Oh yeah, we did finish.
We totally finished.
Yeah, we did finish.
We got into. We're almost like dating in quarantine.
From the time we met in 2020, we started dating 2 months later, officially.
That's in the next bit.
But I'm just saying,
okay,
you know, like I just want to say
a teaser. He said.
Teaser. We started dating. A few months later, we got engaged.
He missed the part. That's not what happened.
Oh.
We started dating, and then we broke up.
Right, we did break up.
And then we took a 6-week hiatus, which wasn't really a hiatus because he still called me quite often to do our devotionals. And then we got back together after a lot of prayer and self-searching on his end, because I did all that in my season of singleness, which we'll talk about. Yeah. And then we were on a straight path after that towards engagement.
Yeah, we have a lot to unwrap.
Well, guys, that is how we met. We even look different.
We look different. That's crazy.
I was 2 months pregnant or 3, and you can't even tell. I was sitting on the ground just to hide my pregnancy, and I wasn't ready to share.
Sorry, babe.
No, that's okay.
And it was our old apartment.
Oh yeah, it was our old apartment. Now we're in the new one, and we want to keep this video like very specific to how we met, although there's so much more to the story. Like, we want to talk about our journey of dating, because that's where all the good stuff happened. We want to talk about our journey of dating, and then how that led to engagement, and also our season through engagement to marriage. We want to give y'all all of that, and if things go as planned, we're going to talk about that on our next video.
Yeah, exciting stuff, guys.
Yeah, we're very excited this year. We finally get to that stuff. Like, that's what we thought this whole YouTube would be about, is like walking you through our journey as it started from the beginning, but we just like picked up in real time. So now we get to slow things down and really like take you through our process and our journey of how we ended up here. Hi, little Smush. Say hi.
Say hi, world.
Look at his shirt. Turn to the front. It's my first It's little Smush's first Valentine's Day. He's like, get me out of here. Look at his little shoes. Ooh, look at the little booties. Cute. This is from his grandma Margaret and Pop All-American Dave. All right, guys. That's our story. We hope you enjoyed it, and we cannot wait to see you again next week. As always, thanks for tuning in to A Life Worth Loving, and we hope to see you soon.
Peace out.